Hey guys, Mr. Shank 335 here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase some of the weapons that I would use in a zombie apocalypse. Some of the weapons that I made and some that have already been made and I would just have on me at the time. The first thing I want to showcase is you always want some sort of cutting utensil. Mr. Shank uses a homemade special dagger, and this right here is something that I made by hand with flat files. It's 1/4-inch steel, so the chances of bending this or breaking it is you'd have quite a hard time. I don't have any of the videos of me actually using this, but right now it's February. In summer I am going to do a bunch of videos of me actually demonstrating just how rugged, tough, sharp, and the ability that you can throw this. And as you can see, it's pretty battered and bruised. This was all hand wrapped. I did a military hand wrap because if you're in a survival situation, you may not always have a knife that's in good quality condition, so you have to learn how to tie your own wraps. And I'll make a video to show you how to do a military wrap using 550 paracord. Right now the bracelets are wild. So anyway, that's the first one. This, I mean, you gotta have some sort of knife. So okay, you find yourself, you got all kinds of zombies around. It ain't working. This is just not enough. To think that's not enough is crazy, but that may not be enough. So anyway, I also have something that I've also created, which is my 2-foot short sword, and it has a tonto tip. This right here, they're almost completed. I still have a lot more to do. I still have to heat temper it and make the handle and the sheath and all that, but that is my 2-foot short sword. This is I think this is like 3/16 steel, structural steel, and as you can see, I don't have a forge, so the method that I use to make my weapons is stock removal. Some people like the forge method more. Once I get forge and an anvil and everything like that, I'll show you how I make them forge and anvil. But right now all I can do is the tools that I have available for me is the stock removal. So this right here, it won't fit like that maybe. This is my 2-foot short sword, and I'll tell you, it'd come in handy. It's fairly heavy. I bet it's probably maybe almost 2 pounds. So by the time it's fully done, the handle and everything, yeah, you go to swing that, the zombie's losing a head. And if it's not a head, then the next best thing is a couple of legs. At least if it's scurrying around on the ground, I can give it a good stomp right to the head. So the other thing I want to showcase also, because I also said survival, is after heat tempering, this also, like I said, for this knife here as well, right? Like I said, I've chopped wood with it, oak, I've chopped oak with it. There's probably going to be people out there that will say, no, you haven't. But when it turns to be summertime, I'll show you that. I'll demonstrate just how powerful and rugged this survival knife will be. The other things, moving right along, the other things is, no matter if it's a zombie apocalypse, a virus apocalypse, or just the end of the world where everybody's losing their shit and you got to be on the run, is a Leatherman. Okay, needle nose Leatherman. All right, with all the essentials inside. I don't know if you can see it, but all the essentials inside. I'll show you a couple. The knife. You got a bottle cap opener, because there's going to be a lot of times where, man, the day was bad, I'm getting drunk, so you gotta have, a bottle cap opener, and obviously you got a little serrated knife in there in case you ever need it. You know, you never know. Little screwdriver and little flat file. I'm not going to say company names because I don't know the logistics of the whole thing. So anyway, Leatherman, crucial. Don't ever go anywhere without this. This is a, you know, it's a toolbox that you put in your pocket. So, you know, that's kind of, you know, and everything that you'd have. The other thing is firepower. Now, I get a Taurus 95, I believe, PT 24/7 Pro. Okay, it's a 40 caliber, and you know, I love the thing, love it. Excellent weapon. You know, it's got the center mass sight. I don't know if you can really see that very well, but it's got the center mass sight. Very accurate. Center mass it's not pinpoint accurate. A lot of the time, center mass, you know, you in the general area of where the heart would be, that's where you can really get a shot. You know, you're not going to do no 100, 200 feet with this thing unless you're a sniper and you're very well. But you know, when you got to put people down, that's, you know, when you got to put zombies down, this is the thing you use, you know. I'll also show you the bullets that this thing runs. For a lot of you people out there checking out this this video, you're going to know what a 40 cal is. But for some of you that come upon this video and you don't know, this is a 40 caliber round. Okay, as you can see, that it's a pretty mean chunk of lead coming out of the end of that thing. So yeah, it's a pretty badass piece of machinery. So anyhow, that's a 40 caliber round. Now, yeah. Also want to show off my my case, and what it is this is a side kicker. It clips right onto your belt. You know, get the little button clips. This is removable as well too, so you can go inside or outside a pocket, whatever you got to do. In the front, let's see if you can see it. In the front is where your magazine will go. So I'll show you how it goes together. Here's your weapon. Okay, slides right into the front. Now back here is the clips to put it together. You just push it together like that, and bango. You know, and it ain't gonna fall out of there. So, you know, and if you're in a survival situation, you know just as well as everybody else that you're going to be on the run most of the time. So you don't want this thing, you know, you don't want your sidearm coming out if you got to like jump through the bushes or roll down a hill, or, you know, you're working through metal factories. I mean, everybody's seen a zombie film. I mean, they're ending up in one of those scenarios. So that's what I went with. So yeah, so, you know, the gun's going to stay in there. It ain't going to come out. And you got your magazine. This is going to be a really nice rock or something to throw at somebody if you don't have the bullets that go in the magazine and the magazine that goes in the gun. Okay, so in here, right in the front, like I showed you, you're going to take your magazine, slide it right in, you push it in secure, take the strap down, bang, look at that. And yet again, you know, you're on the run, and you got time to fool around, so you strap in your mag, you know, and this would be your spare mag, because let me just clarify that if you're in a zombie apocalypse and this is this way, then you haven't done your job well. So you ought to make sure that your magazine, okay, is going to be secured inside the pistol and ready to use. Otherwise, it's not going to do you any good. So anyway, there's that. And you know, something else, a lot of people make these zombie apocalypse, end of the world kind of videos, and they never showcase cell phone, right? because you're not going to have service, and that's not, the point of it is you're not going to have service, and you just got to get over the fact everybody else is a bloodthirsty, cannibal. So, but the idea of it is your cell phone can still be handy in many, many ways. You do recon, okay? When you're out doing recon, you turn it on, okay? And you have your camera on here. So as you're doing recon, let's say you have like a watering hole, okay? And it's, let's say, 300 feet north by northwest. Okay, well, you're not going to remember that when you're trying to build shelter, you're trying to build a fire, you're trying to get wood. So you can take your camera on your cell phone, take a picture, okay? And you just take periodic pictures all the way back to your campsite. So, okay, I'm looking at it, okay, I got to go this way. And you can write it down for water. You can jot down notes. You can, you can do a lot of things like if you were going to scavenge. Okay, the store has blah, 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 whatever you're going to need, you write that down in your phone. So you have like a really, it's a rainy day, or you're just having one of those days where you can't pay attention. You got The Walking Dead here, you've got madness happening over here. And so finally you get some downtime. It's like, oh man, I need more ammunition, I need more water. So you look at your cell phone, bang, you got your notepad in there, you got all kinds of things. Not only that, but a lot of people's like, oh, you can use matches and find out different ways to use candles. And this is true. But something else that works even better, if you don't have those things, because maybe you're out there and you don't have candles or matches or lighters or anything, and you're in an environment that's wet and you can't really start a fire. I mean, anybody that's gone out and tried to start fire with just, rubbing sticks together, rocks, sometimes it don't work if your wood is wet. So anyway, you take your cell phone, right, and you take a picture of a white piece of paper like this, right, and you take a picture of that. So anyway, I'll show you here. So you take a picture, you get onto your camera, right? Get onto your camera. Okay. You're onto your camera. Whoops. Sorry. And you want the best picture you can get. So I'm going to try to get this so you can see what I'm doing. But anyway, you take a picture like that, right? Okay. Now you got a picture like this here. Yeah, let's try it one more time. Let me try it one more time because it didn't really come out the way I wanted it. So, hang on, let me just take the picture. But anyway, before I do, you'd turn it on to camera mode, okay? Right? Turn it over here and you turn it to camera mode. And then you take your white piece of paper and you set it down somewhere it's nice and bright, right out in the sun, so that white really pops right free. And you take the picture, and you can, other paper will show up even brighter. But the idea of it is that if you turn off if it was dark, I'm going to turn off the lights. I'll be right back, and I'll show you how bright it actually is. Okay, so we're here in the dark, and it's the light you're seeing is on top of my laptop. But anyway, your camera's nice and bright, so it will shine up. You know what I mean? And essentially making a flashlight. That's pretty cool. So if you had to do, I don't know, let's say if you had to, use your Leatherman and it was pitch black out and you couldn't really see the thing at all, you can use this, shine it right up, and you'll be able to see what you have to get out of your Leatherman. I'm using a roll around chair. I was thinking, why not? Instead of getting up, just roll over there. Sometimes in survival, you can be lazy. So anyway, those are some of the few things that I would use, that I'm going to have on me if I had to survive in a zombie apocalypse, or just, like I said, any kind of survival information. So what I'm going to ask you guys is to click that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave me some comments. I want to see what you guys would do. So make sure you jot that all into the comments. Love to hear from you guys. So thank you very much. I'm Mr. Shank 335, and I'm saying bye and thank you.